an original MCM production.
My name is Mallory Metoxen. I am the director for The Search for Suzie Surreal by Jason Powell. This is my third production with Milwaukee Metro Voices.
Well, when a pawn reaches the other side of the board, it becomes a queen. Does that mean we'll become royalty once we've graduated?
To become a monarch once we finish our education? Oh, stranger things have happened.
How does that feel?
Okay.
Does that look okay? Yeah. I feel like Sheng's looking upstage a lot. So I'm wondering how to fix that.
I started out wanting to be an actor, as most people who do technical theater do. I, in 8th grade, decided, you know, I'm going to be an actor. And a week later, had to audition for Milwaukee High School of the Arts. Because I made the decision, I found the school, told my parents, and then they were like, well, auditions are on Friday. Do you really want to do that? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. So, you know, I still can't believe that they accepted me because I had never done a monologue before. It was terrible, but so glad they gave me the chance. I learned so much in high school, especially that I didn't want to do acting. I got my first lead role my junior year, and it was terrifying, and I found that I just absolutely hated the feeling of being on stage and just the feeling before going on stage. Like I get so nervous. Even as a director, I get nervous for everyone else, but you know, I can control that, and you know, I can make sure that doesn't rub off on the cast. Right. But yeah, when it comes to actually being on stage, it's just terrifying to me. Yeah, I really just love directing. And then when I graduated, I started working as an intern with Renaissance Theater Works. And now I am their artistic associate. So I help with programming the season. I've directed 2 shows for them, The Understudy by Teresa Rebeck and The Drowning Girls by Beth Daniela and Charlie. And I would botch up their last names, so I'm not even gonna try. But that just closed actually right before we started rehearsals for Suzie. So that was really fun. Hey, she's not on the tone at all these days. Leave Jackie alone. Have you seen Jackie? He's an odd little fish. Have you seen Jackie? She's a queer little bird. Shy and quiet, neither seen nor heard. And all the rats will follow him around. The dogs and cats will chase over around town. So we sing, hey, leave Jackie alone. Blown. Hey, she's not on her phone at all these days. So we sing, hey, leave Jackie alone. Hey, his mind is all blown. Hey, she's not on the phone at all these days. Leave Jackie alone.
My name's Trevor Williams. As you hear from my accent, I'm sure you hear that I'm not an American. I am from Wales in the United Kingdom, and I came here some 18 years ago. Some 12 years ago, I came together with a few friends and we set up Milwaukee Metro Voices. Jenkins, you know the discovered, which I like. Can you make the Harvard to rhyme with it a little better? Because I don't know what you're saying. You're saying something and then, so Harvard, discovered. Make sure that Harvard comes out better. That's good. Milwaukee Metro Voices has departed from its original intent of being a choral group into being a group that puts on shows. We commission people like Jason, and our last show previous to Suzie was Cabin in the Woods, was a spoof on the original movie and written by Joy Kerner, another writer in the Milwaukee area. So the pattern is that we go ahead and try and work with young people in the Milwaukee area, people who are up and coming, people who are established like Jason, and provide them the opportunity to put together new shows for both amateur, professional, and emerging professionals in the Milwaukee area.
I met Trevor when I was working at the Colectivo on Prospect. He is an avid coffee drinker, and so I'd see him every morning, and I remember, you know, telling him one day, oh, I'm so stressed out, I'm working on like 5 shows right now, which is an exaggeration, it's probably just 2 or something like that, but you know, I was a little stressed out, and he learned that I direct and asked me to come work with his group. So that's how we started, and that was 3 years ago. So yeah, we've done about 1 play a year.
This last production of The Search for Suzie Surreal, we decided on last year when the director, Mallory Metoxen, introduced me to Jason Powell.
Jason Powell came to us with a fully fleshed out idea, some 100 ideas for songs that we could incorporate. And we kind of weeded it down and came up with this really fun, I'd say, children's show. It's got the energy, it's a short little piece, and it kind of incorporates a teaching element, like teaching songs, along with this like Alice in Wonderland through the rabbit hole, through the Narnia door type of thing.
Happiness and sunbeams and cute little puppy dogs. These are the things I have seen with my heart. Life is a happy game if you don't forget to smile. But every now and then your face, it harbors a frown. Oh, sadness is a barnacle clinging to your bright boat. You won't let it sink your spirit if you'll only learn to float. We are all sea captains sailing on life's rough seas. Come on, you Magellans, come with me. I've got pie, happiness pie. Happy tailors, happy workers, happy farmers, happy girls, happy movers, happy artists, happy welders, happy world, happy singers, happy drinkers, happy musicians, happy beauticians, happy mayors, happy pears, happy call girls, happy hula boys. Happiness the swamps, the vision subsided, although they were a bit overwhelmed by the artificially induced positivity.
Oh, this place is insane.
Don't give up.
Me? You wanted to give up before we even started.
I know. I just panicked, but I'm getting my bearings. You know, this is a Wonderland / Wizard of Oz / Narnia sort deal, right? We come here through a portal from the real world, and then we meet a bunch of kooky characters, right?
I guess I don't read a lot of fiction.
Well, I do! Come on! We'll figure this out. No need to worry.
Jason, I met, and then we talked about the idea, and his initial concept was nothing about Christmas at all. It was all about the idea of school and the idea of learning songs, like the Elements song that we sang.
There's antimony, arsenic, aluminum, selenium, and hydrogen and oxygen and nitrogen, rhenium.
Nickel, neodymium, germanium, uranium, and
iodine and thulium and thulium and thallium.
There's yttrium, ytterbium, acidium, rubidium.
And strontium and silicon and silver and samarium and bismuth, thorium, lithium, beryllium and barium.
We decided that we had to do it at Christmas because we're an itinerant company. We don't have our own space. We have to rent. We decided that it had to be a Christmas show because that was the only time the theatre was available. So we adapted it into a psychedelic Christmas show, which was lots of fun. And so really the germs of the idea can come from anywhere, but it is an organic process, and it's workshopped more or less between the director and myself and the author, and we come up with a formula which I think in this case was very, very successful.
But Christmas time is the only time of year in which it's socially acceptable to stand outside others' domiciles and loudly make music. I suggest we take full advantage.
All right, one more carol.
Oh, huzzah, hooray! Jingle bells, then?
Sure.
All right.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ha ha ha! Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. That is enough. Thank you.
Milwaukee Metro Voices, or MMV, is really a cooperative kind of company. We have two aspects. We have a board of directors, which is responsible for the overall operation of MMV, but we also have a resident rep company type of setup, where we have 12 people who decide on various productions that are going to be put on during the season. This particular production of Suzie Surreal, though, was put on by the board itself. We, on the whole, decide that we're on the number of plays that we're going to put on initially, and then we come up with ideas. Some of them come from the board, some of them come from myself, and some of them come from people who are, whom we come across, like we did with Jason Powell through Mallory Metoxen.
I just love it because it's so collaborative, and especially this show where it's kind of kooky. You know, it's really fun to come up with something together. There's so many moments in this show that I did not come up with myself. We came up with it in the room by doing a scene 5 different ways and going, let's pick that, you know, and oh my God, that works so well, that's so funny. Nice, let's keep it.
When we first put the show together, the first thing we have to do is to audition and find people to take part. That, in this case, was Mallory and my job to do, and we found 7 people who were very talented. Not all of them had sung before on stage to the extent that they did, but they really took on the role and mastered what they had to do.
These actors, though, have been an absolute delight to work with. They're all so sweet. They're all just really dedicated, and it's been so much fun.
Took a walk and past his house late last night. All the shades were pulled and
believe this.
Oh, believe it, I am very well studied when it comes to the laws of the land. And the law against public displays of affection is one of my favorites.
You have favorite laws?
Of course. Who doesn't respect the fine work done by the lawmakers and civil servants in Washington, D.C.?
I'm looking for my friend who... Your friend? What would your friend be doing in lunatic land? Where's that? Well, right here! I'm an idiot, you're an idiot, we're all idiots!
See, I knew this was a Wonderland type deal. She's paraphrasing Lewis Carroll.
Lewis? Or is it Carol? All these names, you're confusing me. I'm only a simple cat.
Well, I am Hartsmith, the royal conductor. My choir will be singing at the Grand Jubilee this evening.
But that song, where did you learn it, may I ask?
Oh, we have a lot of repertoire to practice, but I had to give them a break. Union rules, you know. For every 15 minutes of rehearsal, they require a 4-hour break.
They're chess pieces, Susie. They don't have personalities.
Oh, but what if they did? Think of these young pawns moving steadily forward through life, like you and I through 1 year of school after the next.
In colors everywhere, she combs her hair. She's like a rainbow, coming colors in the air. Oh, everywhere she comes in colors. La, 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 la.
I feel like we got the perfect group. You know, like the minute Sheng came in and auditioned, like I was like, she's Suzie.
Hi, my name is Sheng Lor. I am an actress based out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I have been acting professionally for the past 2 years. I am currently playing Suzie in Milwaukee Metro Voices production of The Search for Suzie Surreal.
Susan St Cyril, 5'4", black hair, brown eyes, a young girl with some distinguished quirks.
I started in theater really in 2012. I was always interested in theater, but I just didn't, I guess, get the guts to do it until then. My first production was in Eau Claire with Eau Claire Community Theater. And with that, I did Legally Blonde. I was part of their ensemble, and that was really where it started.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
I moved to Milwaukee about 18 years ago and was very quickly made aware of how Milwaukee spurns a great deal of artistic talent, and that this has continued from the place's inception, really. And we have felt that while there are opportunities for people to be on stage in Milwaukee, that our prime task was to offer new entrants, people who hadn't been on stage previously, either as singers or as actors, to have the opportunity to do so.
Amateurs have the opportunity to be part of the theater community here, and there are so many theaters here that are always looking for I guess, new actors and actresses, upcoming actors and actresses, and I just love that those opportunities are available.
We encourage young people. We like to take young people who are just out of college, who have had very few opportunities on the stage, or sometimes even people who are in high school who feel that they have a need to be on stage, a need to develop the talent. And I think we've been very successful at this. A number of our people have gone on to become professionals, and this is very heartening for us to see.
I haven't been in Milwaukee very long, and I've just recently, I guess, dipped my feet into the theater work here in Milwaukee. So I do want to continue doing a lot of stuff here.
Young people who want to come onto the entertainment scene, they really need to realize, first of all, how much hard work it is. You are talking about hours and hours of rehearsal, sometimes for months, sometimes for weeks, but it is hard work. That's the first thing I think that young people need to realize.
With theater productions, and because I do film as well, but I feel there's definitely a different time commitment to each different projects. With theater, you are rehearsing for months at a time, and then you are on shows for weeks at a time, and that can be very stressful. So with theater, I can understand where you're only doing a couple productions a year, and that's understandable because a lot of your effort goes into it. I mean, you put a lot of effort into films as well, yes, but with theater, it's rehearsals are every day, and then you have your shows that are back to back, and so you just have to be able to commit to it.
Young people need to be associated with a group such as ours, which gives them the opportunity and advice as to how to master their craft. So those two elements really will help young people to realize their dreams.
I would definitely say start off auditioning if you want to act. If you don't want to act, start making connections with people, you know, work backstage, you know, see if you can help out anywhere, you know. It's volunteer stuff initially if you want to do stuff backstage or behind the scenes. But yeah, if you want to act, audition to anything and everything. Even if you can't do the show, sometimes it's good to say, I can't do this show, but I would love to audition for you.
I guess all the media outlet nowadays, Facebook is a very good resource. There are pages on there that are posting auditions all the time, and that's a very good place to look up different shows that are coming up and are holding auditions. Just get yourself out there and network and meet people and get involved, whether it be ushering, you know, working their box office, if you just want to be part of a theater, and work your way in as being an actor or actress. It's just to get your foot in the door.
You have to feel invigorated by the experience, because that's why we do it. We don't do it for the money. There's no money in it. That's not a secret.
If it's something you love and something you're passionate about, just believe in yourself, be confident and do it, and don't let anybody else tell you that you can't be something you want to be or do something you love and want to do. That's just my biggest thing.
I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning.
And what was in those ships, all 3?
On Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. And what was in those ships, all 3?
On Christmas Day in the morning.
The Savior Christ and His Lady.
On Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. The Savior Christ and His Lady. On Christmas Day in the morning. And with the sailed their ships, all 3. On Christmas Day, on Christmas Day.
And whither sailed those ships, all 3?
On Christmas Day in the morning. Oh, they sailed into Bethlehem. On Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Oh, they sailed into Bethlehem. On Christmas Day in the morning.
an MCM production.